All right, welcome to A Taste for Life. Thanks for joining us again today. We appreciate you tuning in again. Today's show we're going to cover the Spanish cured hams. Okay, we're going to three types of hams. And just to let you know, we're seriously considering carrying these products for our store and our website. So the first one is, and the brand is Fermin, F-E-R-M-I-N. Okay, and the first one is the dry cured serrano pork shoulder. Right, it's from the shoulder. Vacuum sealed, excellent vacuum sealing capabilities this company has. Now the jamon serrano is a generic term from the mountain cured Spanish hams, with the exception of the jamon Teruel and jamon de Travales. Forgive my my pronunciation if I'm off there a little bit. But generally it's a generic term, and they're typically cured 14 to 18 months. So let's see, that would be the first one. Now the next one is the jamon iberico by Fermin. And we've tried this in a previous show, but I want to compare them all side by side, right? Again, excellent vacuum sealing. And then lastly, we have the lomo iberico bellota. This is, the bellota is considered the highest grade of jamon in Spain, mostly because it's the black-hoofed pig, Iberian pig, that it eats just acorns. So it's really is highly prized. And this just happens to be, though, the pork loin. There are other cuts of it. Okay, so just want to let you know about that. Now, Fermin is the Dehesa is the indigenous forest in the southwest of Spain with the iberico pig. It's a descendant of the wild boar. All right. So let's get started and taste these. Let's go with the serrano first, okay? So let's see what this tastes like. It's a nice aroma. Definitely a good taste. It's nice. Not too much salt, but definitely got to get some salt in there, right? Yeah, serrano pork, salt, seasoning, obviously salts. But what's nice about this is these sizes, perfect for a few people to share with some cheese, maybe some bread. Grate a little tomato over it and drizzle some olive oil on some hot bread. Jose Andres always recommends having it that way. Really nice, and it was obviously with some nice red wine. Right? All right, so now we're going to move on to, again, the jamon iberico. Okay. Right, now this one here is not bellota, right? So they do a mix of acorn. I think there's a mix of acorn and some grains and things like that, but it's not bellota. 100% anyway. A little bit different aroma and different marbling, okay, with the meat, the fat. Definitely a nice taste. That particular piece I just cut was a little bit chewier. Let me try this one with a little bit more fat. So it's a little bit better. So, but that's what are you going to do? Like, as you cut it, right? With different parts, will have some flavor. Now, in my opinion, this tastes better than the serrano, but the serrano is very good, but it's also a lot less expensive, right? It costs a lot more because, I mean, for a real bellota, it's 1 pig per hectare. I believe if I read that correctly. So, I mean, it's aged for a very long time. 18 months. I think it's 18 to 24 months if I remember correctly. I apologize if I get some of this wrong, because there's multiple different hams and they can have different curing. But in my opinion, a little bit better tasting, but more expensive. All right. Now, lastly, we're moving on to the lomo, pork loin, iberico bellota. Now, this one here happens. They choose to marinate this one, so it's pork, salt, pimenton, the seasoning, a little bit of sugar, and obviously salt, olive oil, garlic, nutmeg, and oregano. Okay? And this one, see, this looks a little different versus, say, the iberico. See, it's a little semi kind of ovals. Okay, so definitely a different aroma. Let's see what this tastes like. Very interesting. Very different taste on this one. Wasn't expecting that. Now this one is good, but because of the seasoning, obviously it changes a little bit. Now this one, the first bite, I liked it, but I liked it more the second bite. So, but in my initial tasting, if I had to give you a favorite, so far it's the jamon iberico. But the serrano is very good, but it's less expensive. So that's really nice tasting. So it's a budget thing also, of course, too, right? And also what you maybe going to pair it with, and it could be a choice preference. Remember, these are my opinions, right? But for the cost, the serrano is a good deal and very well made. I mean, you can just tell. And the other thing is to cut these this thin by hand. I mean, not many people are an expert at this, so you're getting really good, thinly sliced the way it's supposed to be in Europe, right? So I don't want to go on to make this too long a show, but very good quality here. You get excellent vacuum sealing. Tastes almost like it was cut fresh off the leg. So you're getting really good quality, and you don't have to get the big expense. So if you bought 3 or 4 of these, right? You don't have to worry about drying it out. You don't have to worry about, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Once you open it, you want to probably eat these within a day or two. I opened one of these, and the second day it was still tasting really good. First day is probably best. You should let these open up and breathe like wine, they told me, too. I spoke with one of the experts in Fermin. So let it sit. Definitely serve it at room temperature. Don't have it cold. And serve your cheese always at room temperature as well, and have it with some nice wine, some hot bread, grate a little tomato, right? So again, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your time. Have a great day, and thank you for coming and seeing our show. Thanks a lot.